Hello everyone, welcome to Lamina Nails. In this video, I'll be showing you this sort of New Year's Eve, New Year's Day uh, nails that I did. As you can see, I did cut off all my nails. I just wanted them to have like a week or so without anything on them. The actual like natural nail part had broken a little bit and I thought it's time to cut them off anyway, so went ahead and cut those off. I'm going in with this Modelones Dehydrator. It came in the nail glue and dehydrator set. But I won't be using Modelones glue just because I don't feel like it's sticking to my nails as well as it used to. I'll be using the Beetles uh, nail glue, but I do like this dehydrator a lot. The nails, I'm pretty sure I got them from AliExpress, but I'm not sure if I can find them. I will link them in the description box. So I've already sort of like prepped the nails, sketched them out, rounded them to shape them to my nail, and thinned out the edge. I went into detail in my extension video, which I'll also link in the description box if you're interested in that. But basically, I apply that nail glue from Beetles about halfway down my nail. And you can see I'm sort of like scrubbing it in to make sure it gets into all the crevices of my nail. It really makes sure that it sticks well. And then I do the same thing on the inside of the nail, sort of like scrub into the scratch marks I made and then put a little extra at the bottom so it'll spread out when I apply it to my nail. So I apply it. I make sure to leave like a third of my nail at the cuticle free, so like a little gap from the actual cuticle area to the extension so that it'll build up and like an apex naturally or in a very easy way. I find this way to be the best way so that the nail is a little more secure, a little more stable, and doesn't apply too much pressure to your actual like nail bed. It's like just a healthier way of applying these nails. So once that's done, I do go in with that nail glue again and sort of fill in that space at the bottom. So I go around and then over that set, just the part that's on top of my nail. I don't go all the way down the tip. I just want to fill it in, give it a nice shape, give it that dome, like that apex I was telling you about. Just make sure that everything is seamless. This gel says of I think 2 minutes in the lamp. So I do put it in the lamp for a minute. I feel like that's fine for me, but 2 minutes if you really want to make sure it cures properly. I didn't put any of the products I'm using because I'm really only using a few products. It's Beetles Top Coat, Beetles Glue, uh, Born Pretty's Extension Gel, and Born Pretty's Rhinestone Gel. There's no polish in the actual video, like of a color or like, you know, a glitter or anything. Then you can see I sort of filled in that gap, and then I'm going to go in after putting that in the lamp with the top coat just over that section so I can file it down. You can always just wipe that off and uh, with some isopropyl alcohol and go ahead and file that down. But Beetles top coat is very thick, and I feel like it would give me more to file down in case I made a mistake. So it's sort of like almost like protection, um, to make sure I don't take away too much. So that goes into lamp for a full minute, and then I get back with filing. I did cut these nails down, like all of them down. They were a little on the long side for me. I have very small hands. But I file down the edges, then I snip off the end, and then I give it the shape that I'm looking for, one that I feel like is going to be most successful for me and will like lessen the pressure once again of that artificial nail on my actual natural nail. You can see I go around that cuticle area, around the base, and then I sort of smooth everything out, make sure there's no lumps or bumps. And I do go in with a buffing file after this to make sure it's smooth so the gel application is, not bumpy or weird. You see there, I like that shape, and then I just continue on with the rest of them. That's the buffer there that I'm going over with. Go on with the rest, and then this is basically like the full design. I'm using this glitter from Born Pretty and from AliExpress. Born Pretty is on the left, and AliExpress is on the right. If I can find both of them, I'll link them in the description box. They're both more like chunkier rub-on glitter, that chrome style, but this is holographic. And I do apply it um, with a brush, but you can use your finger if you want. I'm going in with Modelones base gel, and I'm just applying it all over the nail. I'm going to fade those glitters up, but not all the way to the tip. And when you use Modelones, I always recommend a full minute for curing because they sort of don't cure properly if you don't give it a full minute. Like Beetles base coat, I can do 30 seconds, but Modelones, I can't. But here you can see I'm just like fading that color up. This is the finer glitter. Uh, my ring finger and my thumb will get that chunkier glitter from Born Pretty. And this is sort of what I mean by I'm not using any polish. Like this is all I'm putting on my nail, um, color wise or glitter wise. All the rhinestones I use will also be listed in the description box if you're interested in them. I got some from AliExpress and some from Shein. So this is Born Pretty's reinforcement gel. I actually prefer this over any rhinestone gel. It's very thick and it holds the rhinestones very tight. So I highly recommend this one if you're looking for something that's a little thicker, that will hold things in place. Here I'm just trying to figure out which position I wanted to place those rhinestones in. These are pointy back, so I did have to like fill them in. It's sort of like Korean nail inspired. Took a while to sort of get them where I like them, but um, I did end up curing one jewel at a time to make sure that um, it stayed in the place that I wanted it. I did cut this part so it's not like too long for you guys to watch, so don't worry. So you see that heart is cured. Then I'm going in with some more of that Born Pretty, and then that oval shaped. I think they're called Moonlight, but I'm not sure. Rhinestones. You can see I'm curing each one, flash curing with the little light, and then I do put it all into a lamp once I'm done, just to make sure that it's entirely cured and not loose. Uh, Took some more in there of that Born Pretty gel, and then I put in that last rhinestone or that last stone and cure that. Then to finish this nail, I did use some smaller rhinestones and some nail art beads. Just went in with whatever I felt would match, and I was still using that Born Pretty gel. So I filled in the largest holes with the pointy back rhinestones, and then I went in and secured everything. This time, still using that Born Pretty, but I do go over everything with the Beetles top coat to make sure there's no like stickiness to it. So here I have the Beetles top coat, and I put it on this little dish, and I put the nail art beads in there and sort of rolled them around so they were completely coated with that um, top coat, so that way I wouldn't have to double coat them, or like really work to make sure that they were encased. And then I just positioned them wherever there was a little crevice, sorry, um, that needed a little stone. Then that goes into lamp for a full minute just to make sure that it was cured properly. As for the other fingers, well, for my index, middle, and pinky finger, I put on these metal sticks, metal nail art decorations. I honestly don't know where I got these from. I know where I got the ones that are just completely solid, but I don't know where I got these ones with the little indents on them. But if I can find them, I will put them in the description box. I use that reinforcement gel on all the other nails to secure everything. And then I just used some more rhinestones and nail art beads on my thumb. All of these rhinestones are from the same little set off of, I'm thinking it's AliExpress. But once again, it'll be in the description box if you're interested. Yeah, I put two other little beads in between everything, and then one on like each um corner or meet up. So when it comes down to this last, um, I don't know why I just wanted to put this glitter on there. That's all. I just wanted to put that. That was the last step when it came to the actual design. Um, Next, we're gonna go in with the reinforcement gel, and I'm covering up the like chunkier parts to make sure that it really like stays in place, because sometimes the metal will wear down, like the coat on top of the metal will wear down, and it'll be exposed and either like fall off, get jagged, or like just be not pretty to look at. So I went over everything with that builder not builder gel, sorry, that reinforcement gel, to make sure it was just extra secure. And then lastly, I went over with that top coat, um the Beetles top coat. And Beetles top coat, like I said, is very thick, so it'll even out. If you turn your hand upside down, it'll even out, and it'll really cover up any chunky glitters better than really any other gel polish, in my opinion. It's got a really nice consistency for like larger glitter, larger particles, like nail art decorations that you're putting on. It just has a better overall texture, and it doesn't slide as fast as others. So when you're painting or like applying it, it will stay in place long enough. And that's what I needed it for, especially when I was going around this like cluster nail to make sure it was secure. I didn't want it like running or like sliding into my cuticles, and it doesn't. So it's a great polish if you have that cuticle problem. Lastly, I just cleaned up the edges. You know, completely voluntary. I don't know why. It's just something that, like, even if they're perfect, I still do this. Then I go over with my little lint-free wipe and some isopropyl alcohol, just to make sure that there's like nothing left over on the nails. And then with some random cuticle oil on my cuticles. And basically, that's the entire look. So very simple, no actual like color polish needed. It's just a bunch of loose glitter and a bunch of rhinestones. So I know this is late, but I do hope that you're having um, a great day, and I hope that even if you're inspired for like a party or something that's coming up, uh, like I meant to post this earlier before New Year's, but I didn't get the opportunity. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed some of this video and found it at least slightly inspiring. Please have a beautiful, amazing, fantastic New Year, and I wish you and your family, your loved ones, nothing but the best. Uh, Oh, and you can check the description box for everything I use once again. So, bye bye.